Well, a gentleman that's made a lot of waves, and somebody that also you have studied in your travels, is Sammy Guevara. Are we pronouncing that correctly?
Sammy Guevara, this kid from southern Texas, a huge potential right here. This guy looking for an opportunity, and I think he's definitely going to turn some heads tonight if he can hopefully not let that cocky attitude of his get him away.
And again, much like Ortiz and Lowrider, an individual that's traveled many, many hours to make a name for himself here. This shows you the prestige that Proving Ground has gained in just the year it's been around.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's great. You know, you see young talent like this traveling long distances, trying to make a name for themselves.
Man, it's worked for NWA Anarchy, my good friend Bill Barons down in Georgia. Looking for experience.
He weighs in at 199 pounds and he's a roaming the streets at night. Creeping while you're sleeping. He is your reigning IWC Super Indie Champion, Facade!
What a challenge for young Sammy Guevara. Of all people, Facade, this is not going to be an easy task for him.
And a man is Facade, a three-time Super Indie champion. Only one man has more title reigns with that particular gold than Facade, and I believe that would be John McChesney. Facade really rose to the occasion at Super Indy and really put himself back on the map after a very difficult latter half of 2012, which saw him go down to an injury where he was unable to defend his Super Indy championship and that title for title matchup. His surrogate, Sami Callihan, lost the title for Facade. That's got to be a major heartbreaker for Facade, who worked that much harder to get his property back.
Yeah, what a road back to the title this guy had at Super Indy. But proving that he belonged, proving he is one of the most decorated wrestlers right now in this company, your current Super Indy champion. And this will be a very interesting contrast of styles here. Sammy Guevara, very, very aerial, much like our Super Indy champion Facade. So this should be a delight to watch.
So it wouldn't be much of a contrast of styles. It would be.
I don't know. I don't really know what
styles.
that means. I've heard announcers say it before, so I just wanted to try it out.
Well, he's acknowledging, is Mr. Guevara, that he is the best ever, and we are to inform you, fine folks at home, of that. 19 years old, 3-year pro. Certainly well on his way to potentially establishing that. Is he better than Facade? I have my doubts.
We will find out, I guess. Sammy Guevara, a student of the Booker T Pro Wrestling Academy in Houston, Texas. So despite his inexperience, he's learned from the best.
He has, and that gives you such a leg up on the competition. So many athletes who maybe don't take this business as seriously, they will train the nearest location they can find, or they'll find somebody with maybe a fly-by-night reputation.
Right.
Not this young man.
No.
You want to go to the best, you go to either Louisville, or you go to Lance Storm in Calgary, you go to Booker T in Houston. You study from men that have done it on the biggest stages. And Booker T, you'd be hard-pressed to think of a legend in this industry that's still as active in the industry as he is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Guevara, you mentioned CZW. I can only imagine how that fan base took to this gentleman.
Yeah.
Not exactly the prototypical member of the Ultraviolet Combat Zone.
Yeah, I would agree with you, and there's that attitude I was talking about.
Again, like a young Zema Ion.
Like a young Zema Ion. He'll learn one day.
And learn the hard way like you had to.
Yeah.
But certainly the sky is the limit for this young man. And if he can defeat Facade here tonight, he will earn a Super Indy Championship matchup at Cage Fury next month. And certainly if he beats Facade, there's no question he's earned it.
Facade's put on some size recently, too. How much do you think that guy weighs, Joseph?
Well, Mr. Donovan, I would have to say he's probably closing in on that 200-pound mark, and for a guy that fast, that's nothing to sneeze at.
You can tell he's definitely been putting in some time in the gym. Facade looking better than ever.
And he's training lean, so he stays with that speed and endurance.
Absolutely.
That endurance took him through Super Indy, took him through 2 men to defeat in the finals.
Sammy Guevara going for a cheap shot there, but Facade ain't having it.
Now, who will have the advantage once this pace quickens in your estimation? Because we know it will.
I mean, Sammy Guevara, you got to give it to him. Like, they're both quick, they're both fast. Sammy Guevara at 19, and Facade in his late 20s. Guevara might be quicker.
That may be an astute analysis there. Facade trips up Guevara. Step ahead, showing that, again, a young veteranship. Facade been around the game in ring about 7 years or so now. And I'm not sure if Mr. Guevara wants to attempt to match strikes with Facade with his martial arts background that Facade has.
Yeah.
The best ever.
Not the best chops ever, I'll say that.
Not exactly, no. He's not going to pay the bills off his knife edges. But he certainly makes up for that with
look at that.
Amazing agility such as that. And that was more for style points than anything.
He's just showing off now.
No follow through.
Man, but he ain't the only one that can show off.
Yeah, but Facade can follow through. He got the job done. That's what Mr. Guevara needs to realize. You cannot waste time in the ring with Facade. He does indeed have that ninja-like speed.
Look at him. He is a ninja. Look at this. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah. Those neck bridges paying off. Guevara in trouble. Facade up and over.
Facade's like a cat.
Yeah. Facade looking to quicken the pace.
Oh! Head scissors.
It's advantage Neon Ninja thus far. Didn't get all the satellite head scissors, but enough to take him over.
He has definitely flustered Sammy Guevara with his unorthodox offense here.
And Guevara needs to create some distance, but easier said than done. The Aerosol Assassin. Going springboard.
Oh,
got caught.
One step quicker.
The infamous inverted atomic drop.
What do we have here?
Oh, God! Back of the head first. Onto that top turnbuckle and almost had him there. And certainly, you know quite well, that's a padding that is protecting a solid steel bolt.
Yeah, that's definitely taking a lot out of Facade here. Does not seem to be, oh, man, he's out right now.
Facade needs to shake the cobwebs after such a harsh landing on his head. Guevara needed to change the tempo. He needed to stunt the momentum of Facade, and man, he pulled it out in a big way.
Yeah.
Caught Facade coming in with that inverted atomic drop, and followed through with that corner shot. And now it's Guevara dictating what's going on. Backbreaker, nicely done.
Working over that back that was sorely damaged off that brutal German suplex into the buckle.
And if your back is damaged to the point where movement is difficult, that takes away a large percentage of Facade's
offense. Absolutely. Guevara very much in control of this match. Slamming him. What could we see here, Joseph?
19, and he's wrestling like he's in his mid-30s. And I mean that as...
Oh, like a reverse rolling thunder.
And it didn't pop. I meant that in the case that Guevara was making sure he didn't make any mistakes. He was wrestling very tactful. But before I could even say it, he made a mistake. And Facade seizing the opportunity. Counter from behind.
Guevara stretching that back out once again.
Doing damage on the neck and the back, crimping up the upper body while trapping the ankle of Facade. Facade's got a history of injury and damage to that ankle area. Guevara doing his homework again. Into the cover. But again, the resolve Facade, a man that's lost that championship a number of times before, does not want to go through that again. He survived Super Indy to regain that championship. What lengths will that man go to keep it?
Absolutely. He knows what it feels like to lose his title, and he's worked harder than ever to get it back now, and it's going to take a lot more than Sammy Guevara thinks to take a win over Facade right now. Guevara getting a little aggressive here, Joseph.
Guevara relentless.
Again, this kid's 19 years old, and he's this good now. Imagine what he'll be like when he's 26, when he's my age. It's scary to think about, isn't it?
It absolutely is. The problem that with Guevara that's going to hold him back, and that did hold you back for a while,
Still holds me back occasionally.
is that he realizes how good he is, and he's let that get to his head, and then some.
He's getting a little workout in.
And he calls this the best move ever. Because he is the best ever. Self-proclaimed. Samoan drop. You know, when you have success at such a young age, it can mess with your head.
Absolutely.
You see these men, they work 5, 10, 15, 20 years to get a break. Some people are just good. Some people are just better than good. And some people have luck and timing on their side as well. Guevara has that complete package.
Oh.
Arabian moonsault counter.
Moonsault's not working out for Sammy tonight.
Well, Sammy, whether he knows it or not, just pulled a move out of the Facade playbook.
Yeah.
Facade saw it coming.
Shouting it out probably wasn't the smartest move.
Again, that ego. Facade walking the ropes and connecting with a drop kick.
Facade's had a lot taken out of him in these last few minutes.
No question about that. The official with the obligatory 10 count. And you can sense Facade has turned the tide. You can feel the momentum shift right now. Facade can feel that second burst of adrenaline, and he is ready to unload here, taking what Guevara has and responding in kind. And there's really no match for those Facade round kicks. Chopping up and down the anatomy of Guevara. And there is no counter for the lightning-like speed of the legs of Facade.
Absolutely. This crowd getting behind Facade right now, Joseph. What could we be seeing here?
Certainly always a crowd favorite. Into the buckle. Nobody home in the corner. Springboard.
No.
Heel kick, flush of the jaw.
He knocked his lights out with that one. Could be over right now.
Facade into the lateral press. Hook of the leg for 2.
Very competitive match we've been seeing between these two.
Yeah. Guevara came into this matchup hoping for Facade to bow before him. Now it's anything but. Facade showed him how it's done. Arabian moonsault. Neon Ninja style, but couldn't put him away.
Facade now trying to reel the people back in. Sammy Guevara, he's been hit with some high-impact offense these last few minutes. He wants to impress somebody and get a victory over Facade. He's going to have to pull something out.
Well, Facade looking to pull out the dreadlock. But Guevara...
Must have been watching some videos.
Yeah, Guevara got back to his feet. Sensed it coming.
Oh.
Twisting suplex. Nicely done. Maybe half a brain buster mixed in there as well. You can't do the dreadlock when your opponent's on his feet,
What can we be seeing here?
Guevara knew that. And now, maybe setting to put... What in the world? A standing 1.5.
Standing shooting star leg drop. Have you ever seen that?
Never in my life. That's unreal.
It was not enough to put away Facade, though. I'm very surprised.
Guevara.
Maybe trying to do a top rope version of that. Who knows?
Maybe so. What else does this man have in his arsenal?
Oh.
Went high risk. Trying to adjust midstream as he sensed Facade moving out of the way. Still landed awkwardly.
Oh. That's it.
Those ribs still in pain from the moonsault. Sharp kick, flush to the side of the head.
Wait, Guevara.
Oh, digging into the eye.
To the eyes.
Pulling on all stops to earn a Super 80 title shot.
Oh.
And both men landed awkwardly there.
Yeah.
Both men tried to shift one another's weight.
Oh, that did not look pretty, but Facade seems to have taken the worst of that one.
Well, Facade ended up on top, but the problem was he landed face first. And now Guevara up top. Once again.
Oh.
Facade. Again, in a moment's notice, back to his feet. The desperation starting to set it on both men.
What is he even going for?
And Facade trying to elevate Guevara way up top, way high in the air. Oh my God!
Facade looks like he's killing himself with that one.
But what did he do to Guevara?
Put him away, though.
And that is a better illustration than we could provide of what the Super Indy Championship means to Facade, a man that risked his own well-being.
We're going to win the match. He's lucky to be alive right now.
To win this matchup, to put Guevara out of title contention. And again, that's what Guevara brought to the table. Those are the stakes that maybe Facade felt needed to be pulled out. I would never, my God, never thought I would see in all my years, everything I've seen of Facade, never thought I'd see a risk like that.
Yeah, it paid off, though. But very impressive showing for Sammy Guevara.
Two very awkward landings for Facade in about a 2-minute span on his face, and again, practically on the man's neck. But again, we touched on it earlier in the matchup, that neck strength, those bridges, those exercises. Facade does religiously in the gyms and the dojos. That may have been what saved him in this occasion.
I think so.
Neither man left the ring yet.
All right, what do we got here? Facade requesting a microphone.
No. I'll tell you what, for a non-title match, that was a hell of a fight. That being said, Sammy, you got a hell of a future ahead of you, brother. And you know, just to make that future a little brighter, this Super Indy title, the heart you showed tonight, as cocky as you were thinking you're the best ever, I'll give you a title shot. Anytime, anywhere, as long as I'm holding this bad boy.
Mark of a true champion. And truly what Super Indy is all about, competition and respect.
I can't wait to see a rematch between these two.
Sammy Guevara may very well be the future of this industry. Facade, however, the present of the Super Indy division, the reigning champion, moves forward with certainly a slew of challengers still waiting in the wings. What a matchup we've seen. What a night we've seen thus far. We're nowhere near done. Tag team street fight coming up next.